Good evening, everyone. So let us continue whatever we were doing. What we were doing, I think we had started with dormant company. Yeah, we saw what was dormant company and how to apply for a dormant status. Sir, how long can I remain dormant? If I remain dormant, what will happen? And sir, just because I am dormant company, is there nothing I should do? There are little compliances which you need to do. A little compliances I gave you here, and that is what we had seen. Yeah. Okay. Let us go further on the topic. Yup. Exemptions of dormant company. Sir, if I am a dormant company, what is the use? We'll be doing in a different video, a consolidated video. So for now, do not worry on that. The next one. Sir, we saw how to become a dormant company. Now, how do we become an active company? Sir, we have seen how to become a dormant company. Now, how to become an active company? Yes, Sushant, correct. Company seeking status of active company. So we saw dormant, I mean active to dormant. Now we are seeing dormant to active. Yeah. Okay, sir. Sir, how do I become an active company? So far, what are the forms we have seen? MSc 1 to apply dormant status. MSc 2, ROC will give you dormant status in this form. MSc 3, what was MSc 3? Return of dormant status, which has to be filed every year. You remember? Certified by a chartered accountant within 30 days of closure of financial year. So 3 forms so far: MSc 1, MSc 2, MSc 3. Remember, every form, remember, very important. Okay, sir, what is the process? Now, you are a dormant company. Now you are a dormant company. The dormant company has to file form MSc 4. File form MSc 4. And also MSc 3. Sir, why is MSc 4? Form for obtaining dormant status. So you need to file form MSc 4 with whom? Obviously, you need to file it with ROC. So when you are filing form MSc 4, with MSc 4 you also need to file form MSc 3. What is MSc 3? We just saw. What? Return of dormant company. Basically, you will be telling the financial position. The financial position of the company. So why are you seeking a dormant, active status? What is your financial position of the company? So you need to file both the forms. Okay, sir. Now, ROC. He shall change the company status to active. Sir, how will he do? Sir, how will he do? He will do it by issuing form MSc 5. So repeat it with me. MSc 1 filing for dormant. MSc 2 certificate given by ROC approving your dormant status. MSc 3 written on your accounts, whatever return of dormant company you file, assets and all. MSc 4 is for obtaining active status. MSc 5, ROC grants you active status through this form. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My miss. Form for obtaining active status. Yes, my miss. So form for obtaining active status. Yeah. And the final form is MSc 5. Okay, sir. So this, if a company wants to do, it can do it voluntarily. Voluntary, that is when you only file an application, you will become an active company. Okay, sir. The first type of one. Now look at the second type. Now what does the law say? What does the law say? You remember these things? The grounds considered by ROC while approving your application. The grounds considered by ROC for approving your application. That is, if at all when you are filing an application to become a dormant status, there should be no inspection, investigation, prosecution, public deposits outstanding secured or unsecured loan. If there is anything, you need to take an NOC, file it with MSC1. There should be no dispute for ownership or management. If you are a listed company, or default in payment of workmen due, outstanding taxes, dues to central government, state government. So what was this? This was grounds considered by ROC while approving dormant status. Yeah, you remember that? Now look at the next one. So company seeking status of active company. So this when you wanted to do voluntarily. Now the next thing under this, what? When else you will become an active company? Mandatory by ROC. That is, ROC only converts your status. Sir, when, sir? If company has contravened any conditions, mentioned in grounds of application, for obtaining dormant company status, then directors should, within 7 days of such contravention, file application for active company. What do you mean by that? You remember those grounds, whatever we saw, investigation, inspection, outstanding, deposits, unsecured loan, and all that grounds. Now, when you were filing the application, you would have given a declaration that we are not falling on all these grounds. Everything is clear. You can please give us a dormant company status. Now, after giving dormant company status, you got to know that you have contravened one of that particular condition. That is, now that condition has become an active. Whatever conditions we saw here, now you are coming under one of these conditions. So what does the law say? Now you need to notify ROC within 7 days of you contravening any of these conditions. Within 7 days, you have to notify ROC that, Your Honor, whatever grounds you had given us, we have contravened that ground now. and you have to mandatorily convert for an active company. So as long as you are satisfying those conditions, then no problem. If you are contravening those conditions, if you are not fulfilling those conditions, within 7 days you have to file an application that we have not complied with those conditions, so please convert us into active company. This condition has been imposed by ROC. Okay, sir. And the next one. You guys, when you think that you want to study, you will go in your room and you will lock, and you will keep one book and you will pretend as if you are studying. Your parents will think, yes, this boy is studying very hard. And one day what? Your parents came and did a secret inspection. They saw your book. In that book you had kept one hidden thing. You were actually using a mobile. So there was a book like this, but inside you were using a mobile. So what happened? Inspection. Your parents will kick you left and right. Hey, you were deceiving me till today. So I came for an inspection. When I come for an inspection, if I get you caught, so what will happen here? ROC will do some secret visits. It will come and see in your address. If at all you are doing some business, then ROC will kick you left and right. So what will it do? Sushant, so how is it mandatory by ROC? The moment you are contravening those conditions, how will I know that you have contravened? So ROC has said you have to file an application. You have to file an application. Getting the point? So the next ground, on inquiry by ROC and it believes that the company has been active. It believes that the company has been active. Meaning what? Your parents got to know you are not studying. Inspection was conducted. ROC came. It saw these people were doing business and they said they are actually dormant, but actually they are doing business. Yes, Bala, correct. On inquiry by ROC and it believes that the company has been active. The company shall be removed as dormant and will be made active. So when I do secret visits, if I get to know that you are working, then I will convert your status to active company. So basically you remember whenever we are looking at one company's details on MCA, there will be one column always where it says active. Have you seen that? Active. You remember seeing that on that MCA database? Active. In one place, for all the companies it was given as active. Active compliant. You remember, all of you? So if you are a dormant company, there your status shows as dormant. If you have applied for dormant, then your status there shows as dormant. I thought I will show you this. Website is down. In that place, yes, it shows as dormant. It's working. No, this is also changed. See, this is actually, there is a list of dormant companies. I thought this was active. See, basically, can you see this? Can you see this company status for e-filing? the strike off. Now these people have not complied with the law properly. They were dormant, and then they have taken away the name of this company. This company is also not there. So got these two. One is when you are not falling under that grounds, you have not complied that grounds, you have to intimate ROC within 7 days. ROC will tell you to convert into active. The second ground, where ROC conducts some inquiry and it gets to know that you are active, then you will be converted to active company. Now, the next topic under this, there was a recent development, guys. There was a recent development. Also, you can consider it as a recent amendment. Sir, is it specific to this chapter? It is given under this chapter, but this is very, very important. Why? There can be a question on this. A recent amendment, and the entire industry minted money on this particular provision. Yeah, what was that recent development? There was one provision which was introduced called as Companies Fresh Start Scheme 2020. In short, this was called as CFSS 2020. A very important provision, Company Fresh Start Scheme 2020. This created a lot of buzz in the industry. So I believe it is very, very important. This can be asked either in your company law, or they can ask you in this particular subject. Very important. A question may come either in the form of comment. They can ask you what is CFSS 2020. They can ask you in the form of comment. So write some 5 to 6 points in that. Yeah. What is the CFSS scheme? Listen carefully. Again, a very interesting one. Sir, what is this? There are companies. Companies is also just like us. Yes, sir, just like us. We have not filed MGT 7 on time. We have not filed AOC 4 on time. You have done lot of mistakes in the past. Yeah, you have done lot of mistakes in the past. So what does the law say? You have to pay penalty for all this. Whenever you do not comply with the proper section of Companies Act, whenever you do not follow the rules properly, you have to pay penalty for that. Okay, sir. Now what happened? There were many mistakes done by many people. Many people. So what did company law do? MCA recently, it gave you guys a last chance. What was that chance? If you have done anything not properly as per the law in the past, I repeat, if you have done something which is not as per the law in the past, you have done some mistakes, you have not filed certain forms for which you will have to pay penalty today. So the law said, I'll do one thing, I'll give you one last chance. What? Whatever you have not filed, file it now. Do not pay even 1 rupee penalty. Not even 1 rupee penalty. I will not tell you to pay even a single rupee. Once this scheme comes to an end, I will make sure I'll rip your skin off, said MCA. So what did it say? If you have done any non-compliance, you have not followed some law someplace, you have not filed your financial statements, you have not filed your annual return on time, there is a huge penalty on you. So law said, I will not take even 1 rupee as penalty. Why? It is a last chance for you. Start fresh. Whatever your mistakes are, leave that. Now start fresh. So that is a scheme which is called as Companies Fresh Start Scheme 2020. Bala, see what happens is, now for example, assume certain companies were not complying with the law. So for them penalty is applicable. When the penalty mounts up, Now, for example, there are certain things. If you do not file your financial statements and annual return for a certain period of time, then your company will be automatically dissolved. That is a ground for winding up. So now company wants to file annual returns and financial statements, but there is a huge penalty on you. They were not able to file because of penalty, but they want to do business. So it was a very good opportunity for such people. So what is company's fresh start scheme? So why was it introduced? It aimed at providing the defaulting company with a one-time opportunity to make a fresh start. So scheme validity, so this was why. Sir, until when can I file this? The scheme period was it started on 1st April 2020 and it was started on 1st April 2020 and it went on to 30th September 2020. When initially the scheme was launched, the time period given for all the companies was to file this form during this time. So this is given in your textbook. However, this time was extended. Not given in your textbook, for your information. This time was again extended. In India, whenever anything is new, whenever something we come up with law, you need to give an extension. No one will do it in time. So the time was extended to 31 December 2020. That time was again extended to 31 December 2020. Yeah? Okay, sir. Under the scheme, the company also had an option under the scheme. So for people who were planning to get a normal status, that is, sir, I have not filed, I have not been complying with the law at all. So for you, there was an opportunity given to become good. And also for the people who did not file this dormant company status and you have exceeded all the limits, so you were also given an opportunity. The company also had an option to apply for dormant company status or apply for strike off. So what is strike off? We'll be seeing in the next chapter. That is what is our next chapter. So do not bother about what is strike off. We'll be discussing in detail in the next chapter. So there was many opportunities given. In that, what is relevant in this particular chapter is this. And what in brief I told you in beginning. If you have done any non-compliance, it was a very good opportunity for you to convert into a very good company. No penalty. Whatever are the due forms you need to file, everything you file it off and be good in the eyes of law. So that was a scheme which was given for the people to take one last opportunity. So that was CFSS scheme. Yes. So by this we complete your dormant company status, dormant company chapter. Any doubts, guys?